you to pick up Paul Heyman?
As far as what?
Why was it so difficult for you to pick up Paul Heyman?
Why was it difficult to pick him up? Are you referring to the Hartford, Connecticut one where it was a live event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, and this is exactly what happened. I told Paul in the back that I did not want to pick him up the way that at that time I was picking people up over my head, the throwing them up over my head, where guys have to kind of jump a little bit. But so Paul, though, is extremely overweight. Would you agree with that?
I do agree on it.
Paul is also old and out of shape. Would you agree with that?
What degree with that? Yes.
His stomach protrudes like a bag, a pillowcase full of hardened bars of soap, just filled to the top. Like his stomach just sticks out. I'm talking like 4 or 5 feet from like the belt line. It protrudes out significantly. So without me telling Paul that, I went to Paul in the back and I said, Paul, I think I should pick you up differently than over my head. No, you're going to be fine. You're Ryback. No problem. I'll see you out there. So that's what Paul said. I go, you know what? Fine. We'll go try it that way. I try to pick him up that way. Paul can't jump. Paul's stomach, there's no way you could get the world's strongest man. Nobody's going to be able to clear 4 or 5 feet of that gut over their head. So Paul starts freaking out, and I had to say, Paul, calm down. And then I picked him up and then modified it and hit him with a modified shell shock. Later on, I wrestled him at Madison Square Garden. Paul, I made sure I told him, we rehearsed it in the back where I picked him up like I picked up the bigger guys, where I crouched down and then lift him up on my back very easily with it. So Paul, I could pick up very easily, but Paul with no help out there and with that huge belly, there's nobody on the planet that's going to pick him up over their head. Does that answer your question?